Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here as we near the end of another week together. Those alarming new numbers tonight on the virus in the U.S. We also have news on the Johnson & Johnson and the Pfizer vaccines. But we are going to begin tonight with the world, bidding farewell to Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth, passing away just 2 months shy of his 100th birthday. Tonight here, the famous words from the Queen about her husband. He was the longest-serving spouse of a British monarch in history, 4 children, the grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Queen Elizabeth has said he has been my strength and stay all these years. It was Prince Philip who famously walked with William and Harry at Diana's funeral. And tonight, the portrait of a prince after he stepped back from public life just a couple of years ago. Tonight, what President Biden said today, his message from the U.S. and the images tonight, all of those visits with American presidents. And we hear from Princes William and Harry, too. And in the U.K., like the U.S., a long year in this pandemic and now loss. But celebration, too, tonight of a man who was always at the Queen's side. ABC's foreign correspondent James Longman leading us off tonight at Buckingham Palace in London.
Tonight in London, 99 tolls at Westminster Abbey for Prince Philip's 99 years. Queen Elizabeth's husband, the longest-serving royal spouse in British history, died at Windsor Castle earlier today. In COVID-safe tradition, masked palace aides presented the announcement. It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen announces the death of her beloved husband, it said. The royal family join with people around the world in mourning his loss. His death comes at a time of great struggle already. More than a year in this pandemic, there will be no crowds, but flowers and cards have made their way to palace gates. Thoughts are especially with the Queen, who has now lost her companion of more than 73 years. Tonight, a longtime friend of the Duke.
What will his loss mean for the Queen?
It'll be an enormous loss. The best way I can think of putting it is that he wore the trousers in the family in order that the Queen could wear the crown. He was there to deal with all the family stuff in order that she could be the monarch.
He was born a prince, but it was far from a fairy tale childhood. His family fled war and revolution in Greece when he was just a baby. He would grow up and join the Royal Navy, and as a handsome young cadet, Philip captivated the future Queen when she was just a teenager. In 1947, when she was 21 and he 26, they would marry. In public, always walking 2 paces behind the Queen, but in private, Elizabeth's equal partner, a playful father to his 4 children, a grandfather, a great-grandfather to future kings. A stiff upper lip, but he knew how difficult it was to join the royal family. It was famously Philip who would reach out to Diana, hoping to help her navigate her marriage to Prince Charles, and after Diana's death, walking with William and Harry behind her coffin. He was a keen sportsman, full of energy and ideas, and in the early days he was seen as a radical outsider. He had a sense of humour and at times was criticised for his lack of tact and comments that were deemed insensitive.
I think that the main lesson that we've learned is that tolerance is the one essential ingredient of any happy marriage. And you can take it from me that the Queen has the quality of tolerance and abundance.
Tributes are pouring in tonight from around the world. President Biden sending deepest condolences from the American people.
His bravery serving in World War II, as well as his being a champion of the environment, as well as the charitable things he set up. So we really do express our condolences for extraordinary life. 99 years old, he never slowed down at all, and which I admire the devil out of.
Prince Philip at the Queen's side on so many visits with American presidents. At Buckingham Palace with JFK and Jackie Kennedy in 1961, with the Reagans at their California getaway in 1983, at the White House and on the field with George H.W. Bush and Barbara, to see the Orioles play the Oakland A's in 1991, and visits with the Obamas too at Windsor Castle in 2016. And tonight in the UK, Prime Minister Boris Johnson speaking for all Britons.
We give thanks as a nation and a kingdom for the extraordinary life and work of Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh.
Prince Philip will be remembered as a man dedicated to service to the British people and for more than 7 decades to his Queen.
He has quite simply been my strength and stay all these years, and I and his whole family owe him a debt greater than he would ever claim or we shall ever know.
The world paying tribute tonight. James Longman live at Buckingham Palace, where tonight we know, James, that mourners have been paying tribute to the Prince and to the Queen really all day long. And Philip had been there with the Queen through so many challenges, public and personal. And we, of course, know that recent interview with Harry and Meghan making global headlines. And they've just released a message about Harry's grandfather tonight.
Well, David, there won't be a state funeral because of COVID. It'll be a private service, and that'll take place at Windsor. Meghan and Harry have updated their website, the Archewell website, with a tribute for Prince Philip, saying, "Thank you for your service. You'll be greatly missed." It's unclear whether or not they're going to make it here for the funeral, given complications with COVID. And of course, Meghan is pregnant. But I think after all the drama of the last few weeks, people here very much want to see the family reunited in some way in support of Queen Elizabeth. David?
It would send a message. All right, James Longman leading us off in London tonight. James, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.